Hello, everyone. We're so glad you could be with us tonight. This is Vicky Hacking, and we are live on the Hive. And we're so excited to have all of you be with us. And we've got Darylee. She just got back from Nashville. We have quite a few that aren't on tonight, and hopefully we'll catch them in the next few weeks. And hear from them also that just got back from Nashville. So we have a full meeting tonight. We hope you get something out of it. We meet every single Monday night, and we meet that would be Pacific time, 5 live on the Hive. And we welcome all of you here tonight. And one thing that we're doing is we have a program that we started, the English division, and it's called 5 by 15. Okay. 5 by 15 is a special program. And we started a club called the 45 Club. The 45 Club are those that have the 45% commission because they order $200 every single month. And if they order before the 15th of the month, guess what? They get free shipping. So they get 45% off their order and they get free shipping. And they get it every month as long as they continue to do it. So we're really emphasizing the 5 by 15 would be that you as a leader have 5 that have their 45 commission level and have placed their $200 order. And if you have 5 of them, by the 15th, all of them got free shipping and all of them got 45% commission off of their Jafra, and you become a 5 by 15 leader. So there is a way that you do that. Okay, there's a way that you record that. And for you to be recognized on the Hive for having your 5 by the 15th, as I'm going to show you right now, I'm going to go in here to my Jafra site. So bear with me. We're recording. And what I want to do is I want to share my screen. So I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. Share right here. And I'm going to pull up the Jafra site. Okay. So right now you can see my screen, I hope. And here I've come into the Jafra thing. And when you go into Jafra, you want to go into your business hub. So those of you that are leaders, this is for you. Okay. If you're not a leader and you're a consultant, then you want to be in the 45 Club. And we can talk about that another time. Tonight, we're talking to the leaders about being part of the 5 by 15. And so here's the business hub. And when you go into your business hub, you will see a performance thing. So let me make sure that I'm in the right place. My account is right here, Vicky Hacking. And so I've got that right. And then I've gone into the business club. And the business is right here. And I want to go down here. You guys guide me. Guide me.
Right on the right-hand side under reports.
There we go, right here. Thank you, Helen. So there we go. It says my performance dashboard. That I'm going to open it up. I'm going to open that up. Now, it takes a minute for it to open up, probably because I have such a big group. Haha, that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna, or maybe my computer is a little slow tonight on the internet. I don't know. It did take a minute ago. Took a minute, but it will come up. There we go. So there's my performance dashboard. Okay, and so now here we go. What you're going to do, and when I snip it, I on a Mac, I take Command Shift 4. Now, I don't know what you do on a PC. How would you find out? You would Google it. It's called Snip It, right? Or Clip It. What is it, Darylee? Snip?
Snipping, the snippy
Snipping.
tool.
How do I do snipping?
Snippet
It's a
tool.
tool. Okay, and a little scissor, I think, comes up. And this is the way it works on a Mac. Okay. See how this little thing comes up? Well, you'll have a snipping thing that comes up. Now, watch this. You want to make sure you catch your name, and your name is up there in the pink. See it right here, my name? I go just like this. See it? And I go snip, and it goes out on to my desktop. It might go to your downloads, but I think it goes to your desktop. So now you have got it to post for all of us to see. So I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go into and I'm going to put it in the chat. Okay? But that's how you do it. I want you to see how to do it. So every month, if you have your 5, if you're a leader in Jaffa and you have your 5 by 15, then what we're going to do is we're going to have, I'm going to send a gift certificate to you. What do you think? $15, Darylee? Is that good for the winner? So let's just say tonight. Now, my leaders don't count because they get their own bonus. But for those of you tonight that go in and do this right now, and remember, if you're watching the recording, this doesn't count. But if you're here tonight, okay, and you did your 5 by 15, and how do you tell? It tells you right here. But you got to snip this right here. You got to snip this and you got to snip your name. I got to know who you are. Okay. And then tonight we'll select somebody that and give them a $15 gift certificate. Okay. So take a look and you saw how I did it. I snipped this right here. I need to know your form. It's where it says 5 by 15. Okay. But the trouble is it's got to be by the 15th of the month. If you didn't do it by the 15th, then please don't do it. But on the 15th, well, that would be the 16th. On the 16th, you had the 5 by 15. Then go ahead and do the snippet like I told you to, and we'll have a drawing tonight. Okay, we'll do that every month. Let's do that every month. 5 by 15. We'll get this going. Okay. Now I am going to turn the time over to Darylee to talk to you. I can't wait to hear. I haven't heard yet, so I'm gonna make her so that she's there, and I'm gonna stop the share. There we go. And we have everybody there. And by the way, you could also say I did it. But go in tonight while Darylee's talking, you can go in on your thing and snip it. And also, if you don't know how to snip, you can just take a picture of it with your camera. I think Darylee couldn't. They could take a picture with the camera.
They can, yep.
And you can post that picture in there. So if you don't know how to snip, you want to take your phone camera out and take a picture of that, then post it in the chat as a picture. I don't know how you post a picture, but some of you do know how to do that. Okay, Darylee, on your mark, get set, go. Tell us what happened.
Well, it was fun, obviously, and it was a very small group, at least for the English division. And they bless their hearts. They had their separate room for us, and then a separate room for the Spanish speaking. So we weren't combined, which it was nice for us. And so, like, Maria spent the first half of the day in ours, and then she switched over to the Spanish, and then Linda went from Spanish and then spent the other half with us. But
yeah, so you could, yeah.
Maria started, and she was just talking about, she was so excited about things that are on the pike, getting ready to be rolled out. She wouldn't tell us what it was, and it was really interesting, and she took a lot of questions. I mean, people started asking questions, and a lot of questions about almost everything. I mean, people were just, very curious, things that are still very unclear to all of us. So,
wow, she was on the gun, wasn't she?
She really was.
Whoa.
She was, yeah. And so, yeah, I appreciated that, because there were things like, I have never paid attention to the points. I just thought, so somebody said to me, well, how many points do you have? And I said, oh, I'm sure I don't have any. Anyway, she goes, oh, you've got to have some. You earned some for, earning this trip. And I said, well, probably just, I don't know, 5 or 10. Anyway, I got on there, and oh my gosh, I can get me an air fryer.
I know, Darylee, we have got to start recognizing those of you that have your gifts from Jafra for the points. You got to start coming on the Hive with your gift and present it.
Yeah.
Take some time for that. You guys, really, I want to know what you're earning. So we can even do that on the chat afterwards, after we record, but we got to share our gifts, because people have told me they're getting great gifts. Oh,
well, and they've changed it too. So they changed it up a little bit. So some things that were on it, see, and again, these are what people wanted to know. And they've taken some things on and some things off. And so you have to keep track of, or go to that section in the website to kind of.
I hate to tell you, Daryl, I have never looked at my points. Helen, what about you? Or have you looked at your points? I'm sure she has. Yeah, we can't hear you when you're muted.
Yes, I think I have like 21,100. I don't know, something like that.
Probably 21,000. You could probably get the massage chair.
Or a trip. You could earn a trip. Anyway, so that was very interesting to me because, you know, when the new programs roll out, and this is what I told one of the guys, I said, you know, I taught school for 33 years, and every year you go into a new school year and they tell you, this is what you want to do, and you've got to do the lesson plans this way, blah, blah, blah. And I just, you know, I've just kind of turned that off in my head. I just go, just tell me what I need to do in order to accomplish it. Don't go in through. Anyway, but so again, that was a new thing for me is the points. So she was very generous and very, very good about going over all, you know, different questions that they had. And then we had lunch. Oh, then they gave us a certificate and we went down and had lunch, got lunch, came back. And then Linda was the next one on. And she kind of did a hip hip hooray cheerleading type thing. So anyway, so the next day, that night they took us to Garth Brooks' bar, and we had the second floor. And you know, obviously the band was just playing, and they had a nice little buffet for us up there, which was a lot of fun. You know, I mean, it just really loosens things up, and you know, and that's when we really mingled with the Hispanic group. So that was a lot of fun. So the next day they had Rafa come on. You know, it's funny because everybody has their own visions. I mean, we got there, Michelle and I went early. We went on Monday because I had never been there and I wanted to spend some time. And so we were with some other people that were there. I'm not going to give names, but anyway, they said, "Oh, we don't have an IT group anymore. They did away with that. It's all done in Mexico. It's all done in Mexico." So this guy comes on, and Rafa, those of you who know Rafa, and he went over what they were doing, you know, and you know, just talking about the glitches that they're trying to fix and that they fixed and things like that. And he did a pretty good job, you know. And some
You
people,
really liked him, didn't you?
I did. So after it was done, after his little speech was done, I followed him right outside. I followed him right outside, and I just cornered him. I said, "Okay, I want to know about blah, blah, blah. And where do you find this?" And Vicki and I had some interesting glitches on sponsoring. And I said, all it does is take me in a circle. So I tried to show them, and evidently they had made me look stupid, but they had fixed that. So I said, okay, well, it's not doing it now, so you must have fixed it.
Yeah, because we did go to Linda with that. We did, that was something that the Hive took to her, and they did fix it.
Yeah. So, yeah. So anyway, we stood there and talked for quite some time, and he went over just a few things with me. At the time that I was out with him, Jamie Cruz is it Jamie Cruz?
Yes.
That was speaking. Anyway, so I kind of missed half of hers, but my thing was technology. I wanted to hear. So I looked at him and I said, would you ever consider, I said, you know who Vicki Hacking is? Oh yeah, I know Vicki. And I said, would you ever consider coming on the Hive? Because what you just told us and showed us, you only have a small group of people that are seeing this. Would you come on, and would you come on the Hive on Monday nights? Oh, I would love to. And I said to him, well, you know, you're kind of off the records, you know, I mean, you're not going to get paid for it, you know, joking. And he goes, oh no, I mean, it's a 24/7 for me. So he has said that he was going to come and do it. And he says, anyway.
At once a month, right?
He said if I can do it once a month, I said, that'd be great, because we all need to hear that. We get very frustrated. And then again, these rumors about, well, there's no IT tech in Jaffra, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, well, yeah, that's what I'm here for. So see, we're not getting and this is another thing that they said, the communication has not been real well. Still, the communication needs to be ramped up a lot so we can get.
So you guys can bring your questions in on IT night, okay?
Yes.
We'll let you know ahead of time, and we will be on the Hive, and we will he's committed. He's already said yes, once a month he's going to come on.
Yep.
Hold me to doing that.
So anyways, it was like I said, it was great. And then, you know, I got in on Jamie's last part, and again, hers was, what does she do to bring in all the income? And then she had somebody from her branch, a guy, come in and talk, and he was fun. I mean, it was fun. But overall, it was, like I said, my thing was learning more about the technology aspect of it, and then just trying to, again, the point things. I never did pay attention to the points because it was just like, just another thing I'm just trying to get through. And so that was very, very, it was very inspiring for me. So yeah,
Okay.
it was a good one.
Thank you, Darylee. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much. Okay, so now what I want to do, I want to talk to you about my conversation this morning. Marilyn, didn't I ask you if you wanted to say a few things tonight? I can't remember if we talked. Okay, no, okay. I just don't want to leave anybody out that I told to come in. All right, I want to talk tonight about a conversation that I had with one of my leaders, Linda Flores. And I'm just wondering, I kind of like had a brain, a little light bulb go off in my mind. And I wanted to talk to you about it. So let me go over here and see if I can do the view and see if I can change this so that I can put myself on. I'd like to talk to you. And can you see me or not? I can only see Darylee. So am I talking? Like am I my face here? I don't know. I can't.
Yes, I
Yes,
can.
yes, we can see
Yes.
you.
You can see me. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I was on the phone with one of my leaders and I talked to her about the 5 by 15. In fact, how many of you did the 5 by 15? Can we know? Helen did her 5 by 15. I did my five. Donna did. Let me see who else. Who else have we got? We got Marilyn. She did her 5 by 15. Okay. Who else do we have? Anybody else? Wileen did her 5 by 15. I'm proud of all of you. Debbie, did you? Is she nodding? Yes, I can't tell. Yes, I guess. Debbie did her 5 by 15. Gleneth did her 5 by 15. And I'm telling you, okay, so all of you know that it's important. If you're on my team, you need to do what we just did. You have to go in and snip it, okay, so that we can and post it there under the chat so we can recognize all of you that did it. Debbie Lawson, she did her 5 by 15. So I'm just so proud of all of you that are taking this serious. So let's talk about this. Oh, good, Emily, you're on tonight. We're so glad Emily Saxer in Bakersfield is on tonight. I'm looking here, and Janet, I'm so glad you're on. Janet Coward, she's here too. Linda's here. Linda Hartley's here. I know they did their 5 by 15. Oh my gosh. So I hope you raised your hands. Of course you did 5 by 15. So Chris, did you do it? Chris, you be? Never know if I say her last name right or not. But Chris, I think you probably did it. I don't know.
Cecilia
Yes.
did.
Yeah. She said, yeah. Can you see that she said yes? I'm missing anybody? Ingrid? I don't know. I don't.
Cecilia.
Cecilia, of course, Cecilia did it. I have her posted there. So I'm glad Cecilia. Oh yeah, I'm so proud of my team. They're really catching on to it. So I was talking to Linda. And so we were talking about she wanted to get some more people in her group. And I heard her mention that she was talking to someone, and she mentioned that when she was talking to them, and she didn't even realize that she was using, well, if you have a really great personality, you could sell whatever. And I said, and this is my feeling. If you want to bring people in, and I think Carol asks me this all the time, how do I sponsor? Carol Willard asked me this. Now, this is my take. If I'm going to bring people in and I can go through my phone and look at all the people that used to sell Jafra, because you guys, they're in your phone. Everybody that you have brought into Jafra is somewhere in your phone. Okay, they're there. You don't need a former list. You just need to go through your phone book, okay, on your phone and say, I wonder what she's doing. I wonder what she's doing. Okay, this is my thought. When they come in and they responsor, right? They're at 45% right away, instantly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're in the 45 club. Everybody that you bring back in is going to be in the 45 club. So now you have to sell them on staying in that 45 club and doing the free shipping by the 15th. I mean, really, you guys, this is cool. They come in back into Jafra. They're in the 45 club right off the bat. And then you encourage them to join your 45 club. And then you talk to them not about selling Jafra, but about having a family account. Now, you're going to bring people in and talk about doing a family account for Jafra. Who is in your family? Your sisters, your cousins, it could be your friends. But they come in and they share the account with you. Okay, I like a family account. So I want you to just think about what I'm talking about, and then I want you to come up with your own version of it. But if you start bringing people in to Jafra with the 45 plan, and then saying they don't have to do the order all by themselves if they don't want to, they can have a sister that shares the account with them, right? And the two of them put an order together because 200 is nothing, but still, if you're talking to them about, oh, why don't you come into Jafra and just sell a few products? Don't use that word sell. People right now, a lot of them that want to come into the 45 Club anyway, they're just part of your plan. It's like joining Costco. It's like having your own wholesale account. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Now, you've got people that want to sell and make money, yes, but chances are they're going to be a VIP if they're at that level. But I just want to know how your feelings are about this. Let's talk to people about having a Jafra family account and having a sister, a couple of sisters, and sharing the account and turning that order in every single month so it's no effort to them to be part of the 45 Club. What are your thoughts? Helen, anybody going to talk about it?
Okay, so are you saying that they will join Jaffer, or are you saying like
Rejoin.
I would have my sister order under me and
Not
then
that you would like put the order in together. You got family around you. So instead of bringing people in and going, why don't you sell Jafra? Because that's what we've done forever. Sell Jafra and take the profit and pay for your own habit, right?
Mhm.
I don't think that's the
Anymore.
name of the game is to have as many people on the 45 Club. Is that not the name of the game, kind of in a way? I know you're probably thinking VIPs, but I'm thinking 45 Club. Because the 45 Club, you've got enough people that are keeping your leadership position. You got to have five every month. And if you have five at 45% with free shipping, I mean, that's nothing. But I don't know. I just thought about this today. What about going back through all of your accounts, those of you that are leaders? Now, I'm not talking to consultants on this, as you're in a different, you need to be part of that 45 Club or a VIP club. But I want you to think about it. I'm talking to the leaders because my leaders, some of them struggle to get those five in. And once that 15th comes, it's harder then to get them to do the $200 order. But I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking about this and I need your input. It just something that came to me is that why not talk to people about having a Jafra family account with your sisters and brothers and their wives or whatever. And just, once a month, I have a daughter that does that. She calls up her sisters and says, hey, I'm putting a Jafra order in,
Mhm.
right? Why not talk to people about having a family account? That's really what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's just another avenue. I'm not saying with everybody, but for those of you that struggle with your 5 by 15, you should have your 5 by 15 really, really easily. But you should have people, all kinds of people make up your leader position. All kinds. You got VIPs, but it's crazy for anybody to place less than a $200 order. So I guess what I'm saying is I think there's a lot of people out there that would be interested in having a Jafra family account. That's what I'm saying. And it's another avenue. It's another direction. How about having your own Jafra family account? You've got a sister. You got two sisters. Why don't you guys have a family account? Chances are they're going to order a lot more when they do that. And you have one person in the family call up and say, hey, I'm putting a Jaffa order in. But I think what we do, and I heard Linda do this, she didn't know that she was doing it. She was basically talking to someone and she was saying, well, you've got a great personality. You could get, you could get, and she was talking to her as if she, and the other person wasn't responding because it sounded like she wanted her to sell Jafra. I don't think people today, I think when they come in, maybe the selling will take place, but I think you're going to get a lot more people in your group ordering Jafra if you go with family accounts. That's my feeling. And the name of the game is to have as many sales under you and get commissions on that, right? Do you care how they order? Do you care if they have a family account and if some of them are selling with commissions? No. I don't think it matters, does it? As long as they're people and as long as they're ordering. And the name of the game is to have as many people in the 45 club because I think that club is the most comfortable for most women.
Years ago, when I wasn't as active, this would have been around 2012, 13.
Mhm.
50% was still always an option for me. And so I talked with another lady that had used Jaffer in the past, but she didn't want to open her own account. And I said, I'm willing to share my account with you, but together we have to have that 50% order.
Yeah.
And she was fine with that. And that got me through. But I also told her now, if and when my position changes and I go back full time, then this offer will no longer be available to you. But instead, I would rather sign you up at that time. And she eventually did that. Now, a couple of months,
She came in with no pressure, huh?
yeah. And then a
Wasn't like,
couple of months ago, when I was struggling to get my 5, I encouraged all of the gals on my team. I said, you maybe can't order to get that 200 every month, but some of you collectively take
collectively.
take turns ordering from each other so that you can get that higher discount.
So
And
that's just what I wanted to say, Wileen. That's just that's
yeah,
a family account. I just want you to think in terms of getting as many people to be part of your 45 club plan.
absolutely.
And you can start off right at the beginning. I love the fact that Jaffa starts them off right at the beginning with 45% because
Yeah.
then every month, and then it gives you time to talk to them about who do you have in the family, and you make it a family account. So I don't know how all of you
Mhm.
feel about this, but it came to me today, and I don't know why, but it just came so clear that, hey, why don't we? And some of you don't have to ever worry about this. You don't have to do this, but for those of you that I have that struggle a little bit with getting their 5 in the month, maybe you need to start talking to everybody about having a family account. So, do we have any comments on this? And I'm trying to think of what else we were going to talk about tonight. But I'm going to say we're going to go to the chat because we've had our was Linda Hartley? Did she go to who else went? Janet, did you go to Nashville? Any of you on this call go to Nashville? Because I may be missing you. And if you need to come in and tell me, because I would love to hear from you and your thoughts. Was any of you here there? Okay. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Helen, do you have any words of wisdom to give us? Any of you that you'd like to give us any of your thoughts before we end this part of the call? Because
Well, you know what? I think that in this time, another thing that we could be sharing with people that, what is it? If people would have an extra $200 more a month, $200 saves them from bankruptcy. Is it 200, you guys?
I'm not familiar with that.
No? Huh?
I don't know.
I know it's either like 200 or $300 a month saves people from bankruptcy. Okay. And so when you're talking about $200, they're going to make $80 basically in their pocket. Um, I don't know.
well, that's one way to look at it, Helen. That is a direction to go. But right now, I don't think it's working. So I don't think that Otherwise, we'd be seeing more people joining Jafra. I
I know.
don't, the English market is, we, so I guess that's why I brought this up because I feel like your phone is full of a bunch of people that used to sell Jafra.
It is. You're
And
right.
if you call them up and then you talk to them about selling Jafra again, chances are, but if you say, hey, listen, why don't you open and start getting because they don't know that they're going to get 45%. Chances are many of them don't know free shipping. They don't know this plan because you haven't shared it with them because it's been a while since you talked to them. So just open up your phone and when you have a few minutes, go through that phone list and just send them a little email and say, I don't know how you would word it, but just, how about coming back to Jafra and getting 45% off with free shipping? Any interest, something like that, right? Any interest in having your own Jafra account? And I got a plan that I'd like to talk to you about, something like that. But go through that phone and pull up those people. Helen, I know your phone has got tons of
I
people.
wanted I wanted to tell you something. So I feel like true confession, I have not been a very good manager here. I just have so much going on in my personal life.
Yes, you do. You're remodeling of your house and you've got your husband. Yes, you got a lot going
I
on.
do. And I thought, you know what? I need to really start treating my consultants, where we heard this before, like our clients, be as good
Mhm.
to them.
That's
So
right.
I decided that I would start a 1 minute did you know video. Aren't you proud of me, Vicki?
Yeah, I love that. 1 minute did you know video.
Yes. And so I did this last week, and my 1 minute video was, did you know when you have a $200 order before the 15th of the month, you get free shipping?
Yeah.
And if you do this consistently, you will get 45%. And you know what? It's hard to keep
And
things at
free
one.
shipping. Yeah.
Yeah. But I had so many people respond to me. I was absolutely amazed at how many people responded back. So, I just think that we need to contact our consultants more, do something really fast with them. And you've been pounding on us, Vicki, to do this. And so I did it.
I love that. Did you know?
Mhm.
How about a did you know message every week? Did you know?
That's what I plan to do every
Yeah.
week.
And Jafra, did you know that Jafra, when they put these specials out, they're doing that to all your people. Jafra is doing all this now. You don't have to put it all out there all the time because Jafra's doing it. But the did you know? Yeah, they love to see your face and they'd love to hear your voice and they'd
Mhm.
love to know what did you know. So I love that, Helen. Yeah. But as far as trying to copy what Jafra's doing and sending it to your people, I wouldn't do that anymore because Jafra's doing it and you're going to bombard them. Jafra, every time you get a video, remember Jafra's giving it to all your people also. But Jafra's not giving a video of you coming on the phone for 1 minute with a did you know? Yeah, I love that, Helen. That was a great, great call to action. So promise me that you will go through your phone and start scrolling while you're sitting at the dentist's office, while you're sitting what at the getting your nails done, whatever. Go scroll through your phone and see who's in your phone that's hiding there, okay? And then have a little video, just have a little copy paste. But I like the video for me, because you could do one video and just copy that video and just paste it, paste it, paste it. All you have to do is do a 1 minute video. Did you know I miss you? Something like that. Did you know whatever Jafra did, whatever. And then copy that video and then just paste, 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 paste. And every time you bring a name up, just hit paste. Or save the video in your pictures, in your photos, and then just go find it and stick it in the phone. But you can drop it in. It's very easy to do this. But anyways, I love what. So those some ideas for you tonight. Okay, I'm gonna have us chat. And you guys are gonna have time to talk and visit, or maybe you don't feel like talking tonight. I don't know. But thank you so much for being with us on the Hive tonight. And we'll be here next Monday night. And hopefully we might have the Mr. IT there. Thank you, Darylee, for tonight, for sharing with us and getting us an appointment. I'm telling you, that was a really wonderful thing that
Maria also said, I will come back and talk. And I said, we'd love to have you back. She goes, well, you've got my number. You know how to get a hold of me. So you just don't want to bombard them. But she said, and maybe Ralph and I can be on together. And I said, well, maybe you can. So let me ask you guys something. When you're getting your packages from Jafra, are they in excess of the boxes? Like I had somebody order the royal jelly and the royal almond, the last month, and it came into. She had two products in a big box. They were both in separate boxes and then placed in a bigger box. Have you had that?
Yes.
Has anybody had that? That I showed them the video. I went to Maria and Linda and I said, I want to show you this video. And I said, I think this is a little excessive.
Right.
And so anyway, I wanted you to know that I had shared that with them too.
Thank you for representing us, Darylee. You were spoken represent. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye to the Hive that is watching the recording. Okay, I'm going to end the recording and then we can stay on and talk about these. So thank you so much. See you next week. Same time, live at 5. We're missing a lot of our people tonight. Jackie Alves had a training session and she promised that she wouldn't do that again. She wouldn't double book on me. Okay. So a lot of our ladies that are always on, we miss you and please come back. All right. So here we go. We're going to stop the recording and we'll see you